With the leveling up completed, you continue down the hallway. You notice that the pile of dead bodies that was previously here at the entrance to the temple, the 3 unfortunate fighters and unfortunate black mage, evidently had been sort of pushed down the hallway like someone was trying to move them so they weren't obstructing the center, but evidently didn't get very far.
A push broom. I think a oversized push broom.
So you step around them and continue down the hallway. You are now at an intersection. It goes north through are we flipping coins to see which way we go? It heads north through another narrow passageway that starts to curve around to the side. And there's another, it looks like a treasure room of sorts like you found on the other side previously.
Let's check out the treasure room.
Wait, are there gargoyles?
Not that you can see. But then again, you haven't seen anything that snuck up on you to attack you. So you headed to the tiny room, and you were attacked by... nothing! It's just a treasure chest. It's a cobbly. I don't know where that adjective came from. It's a wooden chest.
I poke it with my sword.
You poke it with your sword, and it easily glides open, just springs open of its own accord. And inside, you find...
a leather hat.
You find a leather hat.
Note that says haha.
It's got pom-poms on it.
Give it to the white mage.
Very cute.
What? He needs damage reduction.
I'll take it. I need a hat. I like hats. Am I getting a hat?
Put the stats down for that here. Yes. Here we go. So your cap is gives you an absorb of +8 and an evade of +2.
Yay! I needed this. My absorb is pretty low. I like this. I like this turn of events. I have a hat.
With pom-poms on it.
Wait, I need to get an actual hat.
So, back out.
Right.
Do you want to go north through the unexplored narrow passageway, or do you want to go east through the narrow passageway you went through, and then beyond back to your other empty treasure room, and then north from there? Or do you want to go into the center of the temple through the doors, through the pillars?
Wait, north is not into the center of the temple through the pillars? Oh no.
Well, from the entrance, had you gone directly north through the entrance, you would have passed between a few pillars and then into the through the doors that's in the center. Otherwise, it looks like if you know your evil bad guy ancient temple geography, you know this is probably split into 4 equal-looking quadrants. So you'll probably find more treasure in the northwest and the northeast.
Let's do the one with more treasure.
Let's go north then. We're going north.
All right, you go north and you find nothing, and you head through. The narrow passage curves again. It opens up in the center, has a line of pillars heading in towards the middle of the temple, and then just hits a wall. But there seems to be a big open room beyond the pillars, and you keep heading north through the narrow passageway and come upon another treasure room. There's a set of stone double doors in front of you, and another narrow passage to the east, or perhaps it's the same passage, and it just continues.
We go inside the treasure room, right?
So you do.
Taking charge of this. Is there a treasure chest?
Yes, and inside...
Oh, keep going.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, no, it's not interesting. Inside you find... I was trying to figure out, I'm like, you guys already had a cabin. How did you get a cabin? You took it off one of the dead adventurers, I believe. So, inside, 2 treasure chests, and you pop them both open.
Is one a cabin? It's a cabin. Cabin?
There's a cabin. Yep. It's a whole cabin in a box.
Yes!
And in the other one, there is a heal potion.
Nice.
So, communal loot.
Yay.
Where to now?
So we leave, and we're going to go east this time to the other corner, the one corner.
Wait, what did we get?
We have not been to yet.
You got a heal potion and a cabin.
Okay.
So we're going to the one quadrant that we haven't been to yet.
Yeah. So we're going east.
So as soon as you step outside, you push open the doors, and from either side of the door, you are ambushed by these ugly, worm-looking creeps. You fought one of these before, and well, now there's 2 of them here. Everybody, roll for initiative.
Can we wait?
11.
I guess we should roll first.
Well, yeah, you could run away.
I'm curious to see how running away works, actually. 14 for me.
5.
3.
Oh, high rollers here.
Numbers might be trying to tell us something.
PANC gets to go first.
I want to try and run away. I want to see how this works.
Okay, so in order to run away, I believe I have this written down here. In order to run away, you roll a d100. If the result is equal to or lower than your luck, then you run away and the battle ends with no gain or loss of experience points or gold.
Maybe
Oof, lower
maybe
than
we
my
should-
luck. Jesus.
What if I do try to run away and you guys do damage in case I fail? 'Cause I'm
Also
not
a
gonna-
possibility, you can do it that way.
I'm
But
gonna be able
PANC's up first, so he gets that choice.
Right.
Oh, you tease. I
Yes.
needed a 13 or lower, and I rolled a 14.
Alright, now running away.
Oh. Sucks.
The creep, the first creep, slithers over to JOEV and seems to have been, not that he's really got a completely discernible eyes that you can really look at, but seems to be attracted to your new hat.
Of course, the one good thing I get and suddenly makes me a target.
And I would have hit you anyhow, and tries to reach out to get you, but you have a chance to dodge.
Well, my fancy leather cap and I do with finesse.
JOEV, go ahead.
All right. Is there just one worm or is there two?
There's two of them.
Oh yeah, let's
The
try to
pink,
run away.
shreddy, gorged, bulbous worm things
I'll try to run.
with
See
little
if we
tiny
can get this
tentacles
to
and
work.
frills and things.
So I just have to get below or at my luck, right?
Right.
That does not happen. 75.
Ineffective. Alf.
Alf is going after creep number 1. Alf rolls a hit.
Okay. Roll for damage.
19 damage.
Ooh, very good. The worm is fleshy, and it absorbs some of that, but still a good hit. And you can see that it hurts. It squirms. Go ahead, number 2. Well, number 2 goes to strike at PANC, who is no longer fogged. The fog has worn off, so you're back to your normal absorb.
Okay.
And leaves you open to dodge.
I dodge, and then I yell, get away, creep. Get away, loser. What the hell are you
Alright.
doing here?
Lita.
No one?
I am going
No,
to
we
grab-
know. We're nodding our head. It's Arrested Development. We know.
No.
Oh, wait, no, I know.
Oh, yes. That's
Referencing
right.
something
Yes,
else. See, I'm
sorry.
trying to be funny. Trying being the operative word. Lita, do something! Save us!
We're just gonna
I
keep
don't-
talking.
I go after the thing that Michael hit already,
Okay.
and I roll outside my hit range.
And it rolls well inside its dodge range, so it successfully slurps to the left and slurps to the right as you're swinging madly, and it doesn't get hit. PANC!
Okay. I guess I'll actually try and hit something this time. I go for the first one, but it does have a chance to dodge.
And dodge it does.
Oh man, such dodge. It's fabulous.
And it tries to hit you back and might miss. So how's your dodge and skill, PANC?
Inadequate.
Inadequate, you say. Well, then you are the proud new owner of 25 damage. As
I'm
it
not proud
bites
of that. I'm not proud of that at all.
JOEV.
Alright, I'll hit that first worm again. 64 is my hit roll, which is not very good.
Okay. Well, it doesn't do a good dodge. It dodges as well as I'm speaking right now, so hit it.
Okay. 12.
12 damage.
Yes.
Wow. Some of that almost goes through.
Some of it almost goes through.
Okay. A little bit of it goes through. And Alf.
Alf
so
is
helpful.
attacking the injured creep. Have we all been
Good.
attacking the same creep?
Yes.
I hope so. Well, outside the hit percentage, so it could dodge.
Oh, but it doesn't.
So Alf,
Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't.
Alf does 16 damage.
Okay. Also, not all of that goes through, but enough of it goes through to make the thing squirm a little more than it's already squirming. And the second worm tries to have Lita as a snack.
What?
Ooh, and that is a critical snack.
No.
Yes.
My sister just came into my room, so I'm blaming her for this.
Well,
This guy.
it's a delightful 33 points of damage snack.
How much?
33 points of damage snack.
That is a lot.
What is
That
what
requires
is,
me to do math.
Well, after
is
you're
our-
done mathing, then you can take your turn, Lita. What's up, Jove?
What's everyone's damage? Because I'm not doing much in the damage point, so if this is a good time to do some curing, I might as well do it now.
Well, we had a level up, so everybody could use curing.
Oh, that's a good point. But who's got the most need?
I need 34 HP to hit max.
Okay,
I need 29, so I'm alright.
Pank.
I'm okay.
Well, it's Lita's turn to go in the meantime.
You're right, it is.
It certainly is.
The one that we've been going after, is it still alive?
It is, and it's
Okay.
standing, well, slithering strongly yet, but definitely has seen its share of damage at this point.
Alright, I'll go after that one, and I got way outside my hit range.
Hit it anyhow.
Awesome. 8 damage.
Okay, it seems fleshy enough to really soak up most of that. Your blade sort of glints off the side and just takes a tiny sliver out of him. Pank!
Okay. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, that's a crit.
Against number 1 or number 2?
Let's go for number 1. Let's get
Okay.
one of these down.
Okay.
24, 26. Are they magic?
They are not magic.
So
But
just
thank you
39.
for asking with your rune sword. 39, you say?
Yes.
Oh, you carve into the side of it, and it's just oozing ichor, but there's just enough of it holding it together to keep it from collapsing entirely.
Gross.
And it reaches out to make a meal out of you with its mouth, which is generally how people make meals out of things, and doesn't do a very good job because it's barely stable. So go ahead and roll an evade check.
It misses.
Oh ho, so it does. Jove, do some healing perhaps, or just
Okey
beat it up.
dokey. Let's heal up Alf. So with the cure, roll 2d8, which is 5, and then 3. So just pull out a little calculation here. 8 plus it's 36.
Alright.
Does that
Very
get
good.
you
That's a full
really
deal.
close? It's full. It's a whole deal. It's
Yep.
the whole shebang. Cool.
That's the whole
I was
shebang.
useful.
I'm
Yeah.
having a wonderful time.
Alf, you feel your wounds all starting to close and heal. You're still just as bloody and dirty as you were before, but you're no longer actively bleeding. So go ahead, Alf.
Alpha rolls a 88, which is outside the hit percentage. Alpha's going after the first creep.
Well, it doesn't creep out of the way fast enough. Smack it.
14 damage.
Ooh, you may describe how this one goes down.
It explodes piece by piece from the top all the way to the bottom.
It's like a Zelda boss.
Yep.
The second one, which is at full health, strikes out at random generator decides Jove,
Of course it does.
and Jove has a chance to try to dodge. It likes your hat.
Yeah. It is a pretty nice hat that I'm wearing. I have a chance to dodge, you said?
Yes.
Alright, I dodge with a 39.
Very good. Lita.
Alright. I go after the one that's alive. It is a definite hit, and I hit it with 10 damage.
Okay. It soaks up most of that, but a little bit of it goes through. You can feel your dagger stabbing, or your knife, or your whichever form of cutlery you have stabbing into it. Just a little bit more
I
than
did
usual.
something.
Hank,
Yes.
do something.
Alright, I sing a jaunty little sea shanty. Oh, you meant roll some dice.
Well, I wouldn't
Yes,
mind
just-
the sea shanty.
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
Very nice.
Put him in the scupper and up she rises. Put him in the scupper and up she rises. Put him in the scupper and up she rises early in the morning.
I was thinking, feed him to the creep and get experience, but
she
you know, whatever.
rises.
That works
Yeah.
too.
So it has a chance to evade. If it doesn't, it takes
well,
32 points
The
of
funny
damage.
thing about creeps is that when they're not expecting it, they don't evade very well. It's not even facing in your direction, so it's just completely unaware of you stabbing it in the back. Whatever passes for a back with this thing. I.e. rolled a hit. Or damage. Damage.
It's 30.
30. Okay. That's a good solid hit. Jove, go ahead.
All right.
Defend the honor of your hat.
All right, Hat. Let's do this. We're gonna attack the creep. And is this? Nope. It's not in my hit percentage.
Well, it's not in its dodge percentage either, so go ahead.
Cool. Oh, good. The lowest amount of damage I can do. 11.
Okay. That still goes through. That's still even more damage than Lita dealt last turn, but not by much.
That is my that's the most amount of damage I can do with my dagger. So
Maybe you
it's
should
okay.
magic. Maybe you should magic.
Maybe
Wait,
that's what I was thinking.
Didn't you get a silver dagger or knife or whatever?
Yeah, that's
And
the
it's-
most I can do.
Wow. Okay. Well, these things have a
Yeah.
fairly reasonable absorb as it is. I mean, they are fleshy, and the creep
the black-
goes in. It's still hungry and tries to take another bite out of Lita. Just it's picked up the scent. You can try to dodge Lita. He's
I
telegraphing eating moves, and you dodge.
Yes.
I'm so plowed. I'm so plowed. Wow.
I'm so
Hanging
planned.
out in the snow too long. Got stuck there and I got plowed. Hank.
Alrighty. That has a chance to dodge. If it does not dodge, it takes 29 damage.
It does not dodge.
Okay.
Oh, so I need to do math then. I'm sorry. Yes. A very solid hit. The whole thing is starting to uncongeal. It's starting to get really oozy everywhere. Jove, continue the fight.
Alright, let's just do a little bit of the same thing. Well, the last digit of whatever my evade was a 5, and the first is a 6. So that's not hit very well. I don't know if you heard that, I was on the floor.
Oh, I heard that and hit him anyways.
Cool. That would be 15.
Much damage passes through, but not quite enough. The thing is just oozing apart. It's going to fall over any minute now. Alf, can you do it?
Alf lands a critical hit with
You can do it.
27 damage.
That is way more than necessary. Terminated.
Yay.
Yay.
And do you have a fruity, colorful description for this particular one, or is it just terminated and we'll be done with it?
Alf is going to jump on top of the creep and just slide from one end to the other.
Okay. Couple things are coming to mind, but none of them are tasteful descriptions, so we'll just let it go. And it's dead. You throw your arms up in the air, celebration, and you all gain experience points. How much do you ask? Well, I shall tell you. You each gain 126 experience
Yay.
and 30 gold.
What's our total now? Because I think I forgot to actually record the experience from the last one. I just leveled up. So where are we at now?
Well, you continue to add to your existing experience.
Right, but I
You start
forgot.
from 0 every level.
Well, I'm at 1544.
So mine is 10, because I think I gave you 2 groups of 5 experience for random things.
So minus 10, so 1534. That sounds right.
Anybody else? Back that up? Everyone else
Sure.
left? Okay.
I just
I
stopped
kind of
counting
do.
experience because y'all were doing it.
Okay.
Still like
so
600 points away from the next level up. So we're still going to the east?
Yeah.
you are still going to the east, and you head down the narrow passageway, and don't come across anything. Go through another intersection where the pillars lead into a larger room, and then the big center chamber in the temple. And through the narrow passageway, you come to another intersection. Go south, narrow passageway again, or you can walk right ahead through the double doors into another treasure room in the northeast quadrant.
We're going for the treasure room.
Okay, you walk into the treasure room, and as you open the doors, you get this sinister feeling, the same kind of feeling that you felt when you started to walk into the southeastern one where you got your rune sword. And as you're opening up the doors, you also notice that this door was previously locked. It was left ajar slightly. Do you continue in?
It took us a hell of a long time to beat those gargoyles.
And
Although we
Right.
did get something pretty badass. And by we, I mean I.
yeah.
We're doing a very good job. And we are leveled up a couple.
I opened the door.
Oh,
You open the door and barge right in, and you're sort of waiting. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. You're waiting for that lightning strike sound that for no reason seems to accompany every encounter that you have. But you're looking around. And you look up into the rafters and just you see a little stone gargoyle head pop over the side. They say, "We're on break."
Quick!
You have two treasure
Fortune
chests in
favors the
front of
bold. I open the chest.
you. You open the chest, and inside the chest you find the two chests. So one of them holds a soft potion. The potion itself is not soft. It softens flesh that's been turned to stone. And possibly other things, but that's really the only practical adventuring use that you can think of. Sort of a swirling gray broth inside this little miniature vase with a cork in it. So you pack that away. And in the other chest, you find a were sword, as in werewolf sword.
Whoa.
Or well.
Well, we can't give that
It's-
to Michael. Could hurt himself with it in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go. You can take that one if you want to, Michael.
Yeah, okay, I'll take the wear sword. So then I will take the wear sword and try to work out how this affects my stats while you guys continue.
Give the silver dagger to Black Mage.
I've got the rapier.
Oh, Black Mage already has a silver dagger?
Ooh.
Take that as a
Can-
yes.
Can the Black Mage use the rapier?
I don't think so. I don't think I can.
No, you can't.
The silver knife? Yeah, the black mage can use that.
No,
Yeah, I
the
think she already
rapier.
has- I think
Oh, the
she already
rapier.
has.
No, rapier cannot be used by.
Who's using the silver knife?
Me.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
I have a hammer
Okay.
that has not changed since we started.
So we are equipping the were sword on the red mage,
Yep,
and you've redone your math for that.
that brings my hit percentage to 33, so I get the chance to double hit. Oh boy.
Very nice. Yes, and don't forget that over what was it, 25? Did I say?
Yeah.
You can roll a D2, so flip a coin or roll a D4 and
I
divide by
totally
half,
did forget that.
and you can be doing double hits potentially.
No wonder I've been kind of damaging a little bit low.
All right, so you have that, and you notice a little bit of a difference. Whereas the rune sword that you picked up is more of a how do we pronounce it? Falchion. Falchion.
Falchion.
So slightly curved
Soft
and
sword.
a little bit rugged on the end. Almost look like there's a deliberate chip out of it towards the tip, but has this sort of exotic look to it. The were sword is a very hardy, similarly colored magical sword. That's looks more like a broadsword, really, a miniature broadsword. So a longsword, I guess.
Smooth.
And that is all that's in this room. So you wish to proceed out?
Yes, we wish to proceed out, and the only place we haven't been to is that large room in the center of
Okay.
the Temple of Fiends, so we should try to head there by either going south or west.
As you start to walk out of the room,
Oh.
you hear a voice from the rafters saying, "Well, we're not on break anymore." Roll for initiative, please, as
on.
3 gargoyles descend on you.
Monkey.
Thought we were scot-free. Oh boy.
That is a 6.
I have a 6 as well.
High five.
I have a
6.
14. I keep rolling a 14.
Tried to high five through my microphone. Did it go through the internet?
I got a
Lita?
17.
You got a 17?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me just a second. Lita gets to go first.
How many gargoyles are there?
There are 3. You fought 4 previously.
We should try to blow them up.
Joe, you just got really, really quiet.
Sorry, am I still quiet or am I better now?
A little bit better now.
Okay, I'll check my settings real quick.
Yeah, just lean forward and shout. Lita, go ahead.
Considering how annoyingly hard these, not hard, but like difficult it was to like kill them all last time, I might just start out and use magic on them.
Yeah.
You can always try running, too.
That is another option.
Does anyone have a luck higher than like a team?
And PANC, as you're looking at these stone gargoyles hunched over, sort of hopping around the room, not using their wings to fly, you feel your sword start to vibrate a little, almost resonating with them, as though they are perhaps magical.
Oh, I see. So the stone creatures are magical, yet the creatures animated by dark necromantic energies are not.
Hey, don't blame me, blame the game designers. So Lita, what you doing?
We could in fact run away because I rolled lower than my luck score.
Oh, you just run away?
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
it.
Let's get
You
sleep.
technically you shouldn't be able to run away from this because this is a set battle, but I'll let you run away. So Lita leaves the party, and that leaves PANC and Alf and Joe to take out the gargoyles on their own.
Is that how that works?
No, that's not how that works. The whole party runs away. The gargoyles are like, we didn't want to bother with you anyhow, and so you all leave them behind. They sort of frown there, frustrated.
Oh,
They really
well.
wanted to get hit and massacred by your magic weapon that's way better than the one that you were using when you fought them before.
It's a good.
Yeah.
Oh well.
No experience, no gold.
Yay.
Moving on. So where to now? You seem to have explored just about all of the temple aside from the central portion.
South or west?
Oh, go there.
The
You
central
go
portion?
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
asking if you go south or west to get.
Yes.
there.
Well, you can go south and then swing around to get to the central portion. You
South.
walk south. There's an intersection where there are pillars that track to the west toward the center. So you decide to make a detour into there, into the larger open area. And as you're walking around, you don't find anything. And you come around to the double doors, the big stone double doors, that lead into what appears to be the central chamber of the Temple of Fiends. Do you open them?
I'm gonna drink a healing potion first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Alright,
to
so
ask
one
the
healing
white
potion got-
mage to open the doors.
I'm opening the doors. Is that what we've been told?
Are you opening both doors or just one?
I don't know. Are they heavy?
They're double doors.
I know, but if I can, I'll grab the handles and like swing them. Wait, do they open in or out? It's important.
They open both ways. This door swings both ways. It's both in and
All
out.
right, can I like kick the middle and open them both up like quick?
You can. You kick the middle, they fly open, and then immediately fly back in the other direction and pop you in the face. But it doesn't do any damage. It was just for comic effect. However, I just wanted to make sure that PANC gets healed for the appropriate amount of damage.
Yep,
It's
I got it.
2d8 plus 15. You got it? Good, good, good. All right. Anyone else doing any healing, any sort of perhaps going outside and using a tenting or anything like that before going into what very well could be? Probably nothing, because we don't think the princess is here.
What?
Okay, you barge in.
Probably
Yes.
nothing.
You barge in, and you find a very dark room in the center. This is larger than any of the other smaller treasure rooms that you've found, probably 6, 7, 8 times as large, or at least as wide. The ceiling height is only slightly higher. And through a slightly narrow passageway into the room, another little vestibule, there's a pair of little statues. They almost look vaguely like lion heads. They might have at some point been carved into the shape of something, but just wear and tear and erosion over the years. It's worn down into some sort of unintelligible shape that's sort of standing up about as tall as a person and curved in slightly. That seems to form a sort of miniature archway that you can imagine would double as a cool place to stand if you were an evil villain. Through those, you find a sort of a double V of statues. There's sort of forming a V shape from the left side and forming a V shape from the right side. There are these statues of, they look to be old kings, old wizards, old scholars, perhaps, some people of note that are standing majestically and relatively untouched by the ravages of time. Between them, you find another one of those pairs of pillars, like the ones that you're standing before, and you find 5 bats that are casually flitting about the room very gently, and you see in the center of the room a large, swirling, many-colored vortex.
Is that the end?
That you win, the end.
I stroke my hair and say, "Oh, ho."
That is all that you see in here. Bats,
Okay.
statues, and swirling vortex.
So
Okay.
I'm going to presume that the people whose these statues are of, they were friends. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called the Temple of Friends.
Of course.
Nice.
Good. Oh, at least we know that now.
One of
Can
the
I, like,
bats bumps into LITA as it's moving around, and you hear it say, "Lupa, Lupa," which is strange because all of the bats that you've ever heard of go key, key.
What's a
Yeah,
lupa?
that's a bit weird.
You don't know. You don't recognize that sound.
Oh, I don't recognize it. Okay. So,
I mean, you can roll an intelligence check to
I
try
have-
and
I have a lot of intelligence. Can I roll
Yeah,
in?
me too.
We're smart. We're gonna think about this.
Okay, roll an intelligence check then.
We use 20s for this.
Yep, roll a d20, add your intelligence score in this case.
Ooh.
I'm rolling.
39.
Fair
Hold on. Let me see what I get.
32.
You gonna outdo her smartness?
47.
Oh, very nice.
No.
Well, you're both bright enough and well read enough to know that
Well, Hannah is literature.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
literature. You're both well read enough to recognize, even though you can't interpret it, you recognize that the bat seems to be speaking to you in a language called Fiendish, or perhaps
It's a
Fiendish,
witch!
accent, which is highly unusual, and also you're way the heck away from the part of the world where anybody speaks that. Very odd.
Okay, so what are the bats? Are the bats just kind of flying around, not...
Yeah, they're just sort of loitering, as, bats do.
Can I investigate the nearest statue?
Yes, you may. You start to walk towards it. And as you start to walk toward the nearest statue, the vortex pulses slightly and then spits out a body.
Is this a dead
Does it
body?
make like a weird like popping sound? Just like bleh.
Yeah, very much so. Suddenly, a corpse pops out of the vortex. Blech. The dead man.
That'll happen.
The dead man looks like he could be PANC's older, handsomer, more muscular brother. He's got a spiky mess of red hair and carries equipment unlike anything you've ever seen, including some sort of shimmery vermilion waffle chain link armor. The guy looks like he was hit by a tornado.
I take his
Well,
armor.
there is one in the middle of the room.
Okay. So you walk up, and PANC, as you're searching the body to take his armor, you find the following things.
Sorry, it's funny to me.
You find the following things. You find a sword, which you recognize as the fabled Excalibur. You also you also find a very impressive-looking shield, which one of you, JOEV, recognizes to be an Aegis shield, assuming that's how you pronounce that word. You also, PANC, identify a dragon armor, which seems to be made out of dragon scales that are shaped like waffles. And you find on his hand...
from dragons, you say?
Waffle dragons. You find a pro ring, a protective ring, which is large and has a little ball of protection on top of it. He's wearing the helmet that he was wearing popped off, which is how you could see all of the hair. Has a heel helmet, which evidently didn't do him very good. And in a backpack, very large backpack, you find a generator, capital letters.
Ooh.
We could use that.
Yeah. There's a giant machine out there that I think needs something that might be called a generator, even though I have no idea what any of these things are.
Wait, are you serious? You didn't actually play Final Fantasy?
I played up to the point where I died on the first boss.
Alright, guys. Oh, God. Kids these days. Warmech is the hardest enemy in the game.
Oh, I
The
thought
fact
it
that
was
it's sitting out there is a joke. It will murder us.
But I thought
Especially
that,
you.
but I thought that it was like if we get power, then we could use the Warmech to defeat the
No.
boss.
No, it's a war machine. It just kills things that are there in front of it. You know what's just
Well,
going
what
to be in
if
front of
it?
it?
Let's
We
just
will.
put the boss in front of the giant war machine.
Here, you kidnapper of princesses, come with us. We want to show you something. No, please don't kill us on the way over. Really, it'll be good.
Alright, so
Okay.
who can actually use the Aegis shield and the dragon armor? Is it just me, or is Michael able to use it?
Actually, none of you can use Excalibur, or the Aegis shield, or the dragon armor, or the heel helmet. At least you can't wear the heel helmet, because it's just so beyond your knowledge of the kinds of things that you know how to wear efficiently. It would just completely encumber you. You just wouldn't know how to do it. You
all
don't
my
know.
stuff.
In other words, PANC, you don't know how to wear a hat because you can't wear the heel helmet. However, you do get this sense that the ring you could definitely just slip on any one of you. And the generator, of course, you can carry around and use as you see fit. But the heel helmet, you feel some magical power inside of it, perhaps. And you notice scrawled inside the helmet is the word heal. So perhaps that's a keyword of some sort.
Shout at the helmet. Hail! It's the keyword. Did it work?
Do you have the helmet in hand, and you
I don't
feel
know.
the need to lift it over your head when you shout heal. Except it doesn't do anything because you also feel, just through touching it, you just sort of get this tingling sensation that this is something that's only really going to help you in battle. Maybe you'll hang on to it.
Okay.
So,
Who's gonna take the ring? Should we roll to see who gets the ring?
I mean,
We're not gonna-
probably one of the mages is best, so.
Okay. If we don't say anything, I'm gonna roll a d6.
as you're deciding about this, once again, without warning, another corpse pops out of the vortex and knocking down LITA, who's standing in the way. No damage, you just have corpse on top of you that you push off. This one appears to be an olive-skinned elf in flowing blue-black robes who could pass for
Ooh.
Lita's distant cousin. The elf looks like he was caught in a tidal wave.
Okay, well,
Does
did
he
I
have
decide?
anything we can loot?
Yes. So this one.
We should
This
probably.
This one has some good loot. A cat claw, a black shirt, a pro ring, and a ribbon. So you have another ring, like the one the other dead body was wearing. You have a cat claw, which is this elaborate... It looks like more of a dagger, really, than a proper cat claw. So, but you recognize it as such. But you don't know how to use it. It just feels exotic in your hand. And you also find this very thick black shirt. It's like an extra dense version of the cloth that you're currently wearing, you mages, but you don't really know how to put it on. You're pretty sure that there are armholes and a head hole, but you just can't find them. But you do feel some power emanating from it, and it's a little cold to the touch. So perhaps, and you notice there's a tag on the neck there that says Ice 2, and you're wondering what that's all about. Perhaps that's also a command word. So you could potentially use that. And the ribbon is something that anyone can wear. It's just a big, thick, durable, pretty red ribbon, and looks like you could easily tie it into any of your hair.
Okay, so I suggest that the ribbon go to the fighter, and then the white mage and black mage take the rings. That's what I just say. If we're not, unless someone has like an actual strategy, they want to try with that.
I like that idea. I said
Okay.
that before, it's just my microphone somehow muted itself.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Okay, I'll put the pro ring on, and I guess give the thing that might do something fancy with Ice 2 to the black mage, because Ice 2 sounds like a thing that a black mage could do. Just saying.
I
Okay.
can't.
Well, simply by picking it up, any one of you who touches it feels like you could, even if you don't know how to wear it, this simple black cloth, you feel like any one of you could possibly try speaking that command word, lifting it over your head, and possibly having something happen in battle. Any one of you.
Okay, I guess I'll take it then.
So the black mage takes the black shirt. Have we assigned the cat claw to anybody? That's basically just dragging it around in your 4-slot inventory weapon space.
I'll take it. It's
Okay.
fine. Whatever.
And we've assigned both pro rings to both mages.
Yes.
What about
Sure.
this ribbon?
Give it to the red mage.
Okay. So the red mage takes his plentiful white hair and ties some of it into a ponytail, ties the ribbon around it, and it matches your hat quite nicely.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
I think we lost.
Is that cyclone gonna spit out any more dead bodies?
We want more loot.
I'm just saying, before
Wow.
I try to leave, because last time I tried to go inspect the statue, the cyclone spat out a dead body, and everybody got distracted. So I just want to make sure I'll be uninterrupted, because I want to look at the statue.
I mean, I'm gonna stay here and watch this whirlpool. I mean, this thing's paying out.
Who took Excalibur? Nobody can use it, but who took it?
I did.
Okay, who took the Aegis shield? Might as well take it too, Pank.
Volunteer to
Yeah.
take Aegis shield.
No,
That-
that's
that-
okay. Pank's got it. Pank takes the dragon armor as well, hangs onto it, just throws it in his infinite backpack. And then the
saw.
heel helmet. Who wants to take the heel helmet? That's another one that when you pick it up, you feel like any one of you could probably lift it into the air and speak the command word and have some sort of magic fall on all of you.
I don't think
I
I'm full,
nominate the red mage
or the red mage.
or the black mage.
Oh, I see.
Somebody pick. Make a decision.
Give it to the red
Roll.
mage.
Red
They give it to
mage.
the red mage.
The red mage takes the heel helmet.
Yay!
All right. So what do you wish to do now? There are no more bodies popping out.
Can I
the
look at
moment.
the statue now?
You start to look at the statue, and yet again, with no advance notice whatsoever, 2 more men emerge from the vortex, looking harried and breathless, but not dead this time. The first man looks like Alf in another 10 to 20 years or so, with almost exactly the same wardrobe to boot. There's a small fire burning at the end of the plume in the man's broad red hat, which he quickly puts out with his bare hand. The person next to him is what JOEV might look like if he ever puts down the hood of his white robe and lets his hair grow out for a few years. It takes the 2 of them a moment to notice your presence. The one in white, who looks like JOEV, says, "You need to leave," panting, pointing at all of you in a sweeping arc with a blocky stone hammer.
Why?
Why?
What do you mean? What? Do you not understand what this place is?
It's a temple for friendship.
No, it is a temple of fiends. This is where we have gone back in time, 2,000 years, to fight the evil that is the source of evil throughout this entire world.
Whoa! Spoiler alert! Nathaniel, have some respect for our...
The game's like 25 years old. Everyone knows.
Whoa! Time travel, bro?
I am ashamed.
Anyhow, it's only a spoiler now that you've said it. I could have just completely made it up for this quest, and it could have had nothing to do with the game, so there.
Yeah, well,
But it
I knew this
does,
was coming.
so it is a spoiler.
But the one in white says, there are horrible things through there, and the likes of you should never be anywhere near this. We almost ourselves got killed, and we are the strongest heroes in the world. You need to get out of here now.
I challenge you to a game of rock, paper, scissors.
They do not play along.
Dang it.
Can we kill them and take their stuff?
Sure.
Want to roll for initiative?
Wait. Do they have crystals?
It doesn't look like they have crystals, but when you look really closely at the vortex, it looks like there might be some sort of shimmery, like purple and black shimmery orb at the center of it, where the shimmering is coming from 4 large crystals that seem to be attached to it. It looks like it's sort of a part of an almost illusory part of the vortex. So you're sort of putting 2 and 2 together and possibly guessing that those might...
Do you guys have pancakes?
This is not a time for pancakes. Look, you are
It is
blocking...
always time for pancakes, blasphemer.
The one in red says, look, you are blocking the exit to the room. Either get out of our way and let us go through here peacefully and get yourselves out in the process, or prepare for fight. Please, we don't want to do this. We're trying to save the world, but right now, you are standing between us and being able to recover so that we can defeat this evil behind us.
What if
Let's
we...
turn on Warmech. Let's kill the entire world.
Okay, wait. What do we... Okay. Let's think about it.
I take the generator and I go reactivate Warmech.
Okay,
wait.
so you start to march off and leave everyone else. And the one in red says, good, one of you has the sense to get out of here.
Oh, should we tell him about the Warmech thing that he's about to go do?
I'll ask about the princess.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Princess.
how specifically do you ask about the princess?
I'm gonna let LITA decide.
Thanks. I asked them if they had, before they started adventuring, if they had gotten the same crystals we've gotten.
That doesn't sound like anything about the princess.
I'll get to that.
I ask it anyway.
You show them your crystal that you picked up, and they said, "Oh, that explains so much," says the Red Mage. "We've been running into the likes of you all over the place. Not so much farther north, but around here on this continent and the adjacent continents, we've been running into you folks all over the place. I never knew why. So, you know about the prophecy, I take it, and from the sound of it, piecing it together, the king got a little panicky. Princess got kidnapped. Make the prophecy fulfill itself by throwing some crystals all around the world in a note saying, come to the castle. The prophecy says that 4 heroes from all over the place are going to come together with crystals in their hands. We're talking about the elemental crystals, which are currently attached to that chaos orb in the middle there, which is causing the vortex. We went around, we demolished the fiends that were let loose by chaos, the evil force, and repowered the crystals and brought them here, and that's how we were able to create this vortex. So apparently the king wanted to fulfill the prophecy for himself and spread some 2 gold piece crystals all around the world, trying to hire heroes, hoping that one of them would be the heroes of legend, just so he could get the princess back. That's what it sounds like to me. The White Mage is sort of, or not the White Mage, but the White Wizard, in fact, looks to be nodding in agreement, like they know what's going on or something.
So they know about the princess. So did they know where we could get the princess?
Yes, the White Wizard says. We rescued that was the first thing that we did when we arrived on this continent. We went and rescued the princess. We defeated Garland. And then went traveling the world. The princess has been rescued for a while. As soon as we brought her back, the king and royal family decided to go on a vacation to celebrate her safe return.
What?
I'm activating the Warmech.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We're having a finale.
I'm putting the generator in it.
Oh snap! So wait.
Actually, PANC is delayed by a series of individual imps,
I'm
just
not.
a single imp that comes in
I'm
and
not.
immediately runs away as soon as he sees you. So you're slowed down a little in the process.
Yeah, but that's like they just talked for like 5 minutes.
True. So you have now arrived at the scene of Warmech. Another
in the
question
generator.
before he starts to put the generator in.
Another question to them.
Yeah, anything you want to say. They're like, okay, one of you is gone. The rest of you need to get out of the way. We can continue this conversation on the way out.
Okay, why don't we just
We
take
are
them?
basically out of spells. We have no more potions. We did not take this seriously enough. We usually do. We were not prepared for this.
How many
So we
people?
need to go back and stock up again.
How many people does a tent or a cabin hold?
Only 4 at a
no.
time. And besides, we have enough strength to make it back to Canaria and rest for the.
Right, but if we take them, we have 6 people to fight Warmech. And that's a finale.
All right. Meanwhile, PANC is climbing up on the side of Warmech and finds the hole where the generator, all caps, should fit, and places the generator in there. Upside down at first, it sort of sparks. He takes it out, flips it around, jams it back in, and all of a sudden it lights up. You can see little lights start to glow along the side of the Warmech. You close the lid and step back, and it's sort of leaning on the side.
No, I get in the seat. Warmech has a seat.
You find a place that kind of looks like a seat, sort of the dent on top of it where it fell, as it starts to try to right itself. It's swinging its legs back and forth, and it seems to have little extender arms that pop out of the side that start to push it so it's a little more level. So it's beginning to try and straighten itself up and stand up. Meanwhile, the rest of the party, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm going to explain to them what PANC is doing, and that we will try to heal them up on the way there if they help us stop this. What?
No, says the White Wizard. Why would you? We took that out to destroy it. We just haven't had a good opportunity to get rid of the generator. We almost didn't know.
Deny me pancakes, Canaria.
He says, we were just lucky Stev landed a big enough hit to knock it off the bridge altogether. It fell down here, I guess.
Might want to start moving. Either it's going to beat up PANC, or PANC is going to go mad with power and use it to beat everyone else up. So whatever.
So I start humming a song to myself
I'm glad we're all having the appropriate reaction.
to disseminate the tension. Okay,
Yeah.
so I high five the guy who looks like a possibly older, more experienced version of me.
Yes.
Are
I
we
say,
gonna-
look, bro, I got your back.
He says, oh, my name's not Bro. I'm sorry. We should probably introduce ourselves. What are your names? And please, introduce ourselves as we walk out of the temple. They start pressing you out of the temple.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So we go along with them, I guess, while we're walking out the temple and introduce ourselves. But we are hilarious, and we introduce JOEV as LITA and LITA as JOEV.
Oh, you're so funny.
Oh, that's not going to be confusing in the next
The-
minute.
That's
The
hilarious.
red wizard. In the meantime, PANC, the Warmech is now properly on 2 legs again, and it sort of staggers around for a minute and then rights itself. And then the central panel of it, the central, looks like eyes almost, like one white laser beam sort of eye, and then a couple of smaller dots for eyes, start to glow. And you can hear, not that you would know this, but to the observer, casual observer who knows anything about cameras, it sounds sort of like a camera lens focusing as it looks down on you. And you can hear a stronger whirring
I'm on
noise
the back
inside
of
of it.
I'm
What's
on the
that?
back of- I'm on the back
It's
of it.
it's created a mirror just so it can look at you in that
Okay.
manner.
Okay.
It just extends a mirror through one of its
Clever
little
girl.
extenders.
Clever girl.
So back to the party, who's discussing as they as the warriors walk on their way out. As you're starting to walk out, this
Oh, come on.
trio, this duo of zombies appears, spiraling out of control down the hallway toward them. They just sort of look and they sigh, and the red wizard looks at the one zombie, and the white wizard looks at the other zombie, and the white wizard just lifts his hammer into the air, and he says, "Lit 2!" and then lightning bolts fly out of either side of the hammer and just scorch and zorch the zombies into oblivion, and they keep walking.
Do we get experience for that?
You do not. You were not
Aw.
involved in that battle. So you
Close
walk out.
by.
You start to walk out the door, and they say, oh yes, introductions. Well, So you are Alf and Lita and Joe?
I knew Corneria.
They say, that's very interesting. Well, we should introduce ourselves. They're meanwhile dragging along their two dead companions. The one in red, our knight, is Stev. The red wizard introduces himself. He says, my name is R2D2. My white mage, white wizard now, still need to get used to that, is quadruple question mark, and our deceased black wizard is Dork, all lowercase. Pleased to meet you. Meanwhile, PANC is sitting atop the Warmech, and then you hear an electronic voice start to patch through a small little speaker, and it says, reactivated, please, input command.
Destroy Corneria. Wait, be my best friend, then destroy Corneria.
What about pancakes?
Registering command, destroy Conaria, processing, locating Conaria, located, destruction path imminent, and then it begins to start walking over towards the town.
Oh, we have fun here, guys.
As you exit the Temple of Fiends, you start to hear a crashing noise behind you. It's doubly terrifying because off in the distance you can see a faint figure of PANC sitting on top of this metal orb legs, trouncing off in the direction of Conaria. And
Wait,
behind you,
right? I want to be my best friend.
it only took the first command.
No, that is the first command.
No, the first command was destroy Conaria, and then you said, but wait, destroy, be my best friend, then destroy, and it already processed your first command before the second one.
At least it's not going to destroy me. I'm not Conaria.
But you hear, so first of all, you hear this, and the white wizard and the red wizard just go pale as they see this. They say, we can't. And then you start hearing crashing from just inside the temple. It sounds like pillars are being knocked over. And they look at themselves and they say, this is just... They start screaming. You hear this mighty roar from inside the temple, and you see a big chunk, a middle section of pillar, just get thrown up the steps and out of the temple. The red wizard and the white wizard are just... They're helpless right now. They're just sort of staring at each other, mouths agape.
I make a comment about the weather, trying to break the ice.
Do you want to sleep in your tent for the night?
Yeah, let's jump into our tent.
This seems like an appropriate time for that.
Let's invite them, and one of them can.
Wait, we can fit everyone except one of the people that we can, 'cause we have
You
five.
hear a booming voice from inside the temple say, "How dare you run away from chaos!"
I jump into our tent.
You pitch a tent. Meanwhile, the white wizard and the red wizard are just still standing, just stammering at each other. You have a wonderful time in the tent. You all recover 30 HP. You had the choice to save your game if
Yes.
you so desire. In the meanwhile, PANC
Okay,
is halfway...
let's save here in case
Probably
we
a good
die.
place to save the game.
Yeah, I think so.
Next time on the Game Cola RPGcast, pancakes. Be there.
All right, JOEV.
I never cared for JOEV.
I'm almost done.
Anybody?
Okay.
Rest of development. Anybody?